The power of being uncomfortable. Most people spend their lives inside a place that feels safe. They call it their comfort zone. It feels warm, familiar, and secure. But what if that very place is quietly stealing your dreams? Comfort feels good today, but tomorrow it can become a prison that keeps you from discovering your true potential. Every opportunity begins with a door, yet fear often stops us before we even reach for the handle. The biggest obstacle isn't the world around us, it's the fear we've created inside our own minds. Our dreams don't disappear overnight. They slowly fade every time we choose safety over growth. Life always offers two paths. One is easy and predictable, while the other is uncertain but has the power to transform who we become. Watching others succeed can be painful, especially when deep down you know you never gave yourself a real chance. The truth is, you already know the person you're capable of becoming. The only thing standing between you and that version of yourself is the courage to take the first uncomfortable step. The first step outside your comfort zone is always the hardest because your brain naturally treats the unfamiliar as dangerous. But discomfort doesn't mean you're failing. In many cases, it's proof that you're finally growing. Confidence isn't something people are born with. It's built one uncomfortable decision at a time. Along the way, you will stumble, you will make mistakes, you may even question yourself. But every time you stand back up, you become stronger than the version of yourself that chose to stay safe. The biggest goals in life are never reached by standing still. Fear may never completely disappear, but with every challenge you face, you become stronger than your fear. What once seemed impossible slowly becomes normal. One day you'll look back at the person you used to be and wonder why you were ever so afraid. Every step into discomfort quietly creates a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Think about the moments you've been avoiding. Maybe it's making that important phone call, speaking in front of people, applying for your dream job, starting a business, or simply believing in yourself. Every great achievement begins with an empty page, and the hardest part is simply starting. One conversation, one decision, or one small action can completely change the direction of your life. That nervous feeling in your chest before a challenge isn't a sign to stop, it's a sign that you're about to grow. Many of the limits you believe in aren't real. They're simply stories you've accepted for too long. Growth requires letting go of the old version of yourself because you can't become someone new while holding on to old habits and old fears. Success grows quietly, just like a small seed. At first, nothing seems to happen, but with patience and consistency, the results become impossible to ignore. Don't waste your energy comparing yourself to others. Keep your eyes on your next step because every sunrise is proof that every difficult season eventually comes to an end. Life will continue placing obstacles in your path, but every obstacle is also an opportunity. Instead of staring at the wall in front of you, start searching for a way around it, over it, or through it. Great lives aren't built through giant leaps. They're built through small actions repeated every single day. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey toward success. Reading books, watching motivational videos, and learning new ideas can inspire you, but only action changes your life. The weight you carry today is quietly building the strength you'll need tomorrow. Even during your darkest moments, hope has a way of finding the smallest opening. As you grow through discomfort, you'll discover something unexpected. You'll become capable of helping others grow too. Progress often feels invisible while you're living it, but when you look back, you'll realize how much you've changed. Growth doesn't remove challenges, it transforms the person facing them. Eventually, you begin to notice something remarkable. The climb doesn't become easier, but you become stronger. The problems that once overwhelmed you now become manageable because you've changed. It's okay to rest, but never confuse rest with giving up. Every challenge you've overcome has shaped a stronger version of yourself. Balance isn't about living without fear, it's about moving forward despite it. Every goal you achieve reveals another opportunity beyond it, because growth has no finish line. The greatest lessons in life rarely come from success. They come from moments that tested your patience, your courage, and your determination. If you could speak to your younger self, you wouldn't promise an easy life. You would simply promise that every difficult step would be worth it. Storms no longer stop you. Instead, they remind you of how strong you've become. Then comes the breakthrough. One day you stop looking at how far you still have to go and start appreciating how far you've already come. The fears that once controlled your decisions become smaller and quieter. The doors that once terrified you suddenly open with confidence. You realize that every dark season eventually leads to light if you simply keep moving. The greatest transformation isn't what you've achieved, it's who you've become. You no longer run away from discomfort. Instead, you welcome it because you know that every uncomfortable experience carries the seed of growth. Your courage begins inspiring others. You become living proof that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things simply by refusing to quit. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs people who are willing to keep going despite fear. Standing at the top of your mountain, you realize something powerful. The greatest burden you ever carried wasn't on your shoulders, it was inside your mind. The chains that once held you back were never locked. They were built from fear, doubt, and excuses. The moment you stop believing those limits, they lose their power over you. Your courage becomes a light that guides not only your own path, but also the paths of others. Real heroes aren't fearless. They're people who continue moving forward even while fear walks beside them. Every act of courage plants a seed that grows into a future you can be proud of. People don't follow perfection, they follow authenticity. They follow courage. They follow those who choose action over excuses. So here's the lesson. Don't wait until you feel ready because you may never feel completely ready. Instead, ask yourself a different question. Are you willing to grow? Take one uncomfortable action every single day. It doesn't have to be huge. Just one small step is enough. Over weeks, months, and years, those small steps will completely transform your life. When motivation disappears, let discipline carry you. Focus on the next step instead of the entire mountain. Remember that comfort makes life easier, but discomfort makes life meaningful. Every sunrise offers another opportunity to become stronger than you were yesterday. Growth is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey of choosing courage over comfort. So the next time life challenges you, don't run away. Smile, take one more step, embrace the discomfort, and become the person you were always capable of being.